Good afternoon, Live the Fuel fans. Hey guys, just want to shoot a quick video here. Just getting back to my property, and I was actually number one. I already did a little post this morning giving a shout out to my listeners and followers of the podcast show. We've reached 40,000 downloads, and more importantly, today I wanted to give a shout out to a contractor recently because literally this morning, and look at this. There's a giant garage behind me here. This is my giant garage that we have on our property that I'm renting it out, and also building a CrossFit gym space in for myself, my fiance, and other fun things like a bike shop and stuff for all of our crazy adrenaline junkie gear. But more importantly, over the past month, I've reached out to numerous contractors to basically acquire their business, to use them for their services. The differences are most contractors can't follow up for shit. I mean, literally worst follow-up processes I've ever seen. As a sales and marketing professional, they just absolutely suck. Except for this morning's contractor, shout out to Ryan of Amato Painting out of Easton, Pennsylvania, who came out first thing this morning. And again, I wanted to get him to quote this building and then also our house behind me here. So, because this is an old property, it was built in the early 1900s, and it needs a little freshening up. It's my fiance's great-grandmother's house. Their family's construction company was founded in this building many years ago, and we're just trying to clean things up. So, but over the past month or so, I've reached out and tried to get quotes for people to come in and do stonework on the alley behind this because the township owns it and they're not fixing it. So I wanted to say, fine, I'll spend the money. We'll work together with the neighbors, get some stone brought in, and resurface that before the winter. Out of the 3 contractors I've contacted, nobody has called back, and nobody has showed up to do the quote. Fail. More importantly, there used to be an old building here years ago, and I'll just show here the ground here. There was an old sidewalk going there, so we're ripping all that up, and then there was an old patio, ripping all that up, and I wanted to have a couple of guys come out for that. I've already reached out to 2 contractors on that. Once again, nobody's returned the phone calls in the past 3 weeks. Nobody has showed up for a quote. So third time's a charm. I reached out to one painter, one painting company, Amato Painting. They called me back the very next day. The young lady at the office, even this morning, I gave them instructions that I had to be in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, an hour and a half away for an important marketing event this morning. And I said, listen, you guys got until 8:30. They said, we'll be there at 8. There was an accident on the highway. She called me 10 minutes before 8, very proactive, saying, hey, FYI, they're slowed up in some traffic. They're still going to be there maybe 5 minutes late. I was blown away by that extra step of professionalism. So not only did they actually respond to my quote request, they actually showed up, and they had a chance of being delayed, and they had the professional courtesy to call ahead and make sure I knew that they were still on the way. So the reason why I'm doing this Facebook Live video, because again, as a sales and marketing professional, I got to give shout out to people who are actually getting the job done, because here in the end is this: we have money we want to spend, and there's so many small businesses out there trying to succeed. But as a small business or a large business, if you can't even follow up with new customers and at least show up and give them a quote, how the hell do you expect me to hire you? Let alone give you my money, let alone give you a follow-up call in the future. Because guess what? Every other contractor over the past month and a half that I've reached out to for other services will not be getting my business, even if you finally get around to following up with me in the next week or 2. So that's the point of this video today, guys, is, again, part of Live the Fuel is our fuel marketing services, and I love to fire people up and teach them how to fuel themselves with their businesses and sales and marketing. And one of the easiest things they could ever do is you can spend all the money in the world on advertising, marketing, online marketing, everything else, getting people to actually call your phone number. But number 1, do you answer the phone? Number 2, do you actually call the customer back? Number 3, do you actually show up and get them the quote in these scenarios? And number 4, do you actually do a little extra things like Amato Painting did, which was, hey man, we're gonna make sure we call you, let you know we're behind an accident, but we're still gonna be there. You could tell that they were coming, taking this appointment seriously. And last point I'm gonna add in here is, I just checked my inbox. They've already sent me the quote already this afternoon, same day. And it's a high-tech, electronic, interactive quote, not some kind of like scanned, like photocopy of a piece of paper. So shout out to Amato Painting out of Easton, Pennsylvania. And it just turns out he's also apparently friends, or I should say a cousin of an old friend of mine. So I love supporting local when I can, even though I play around in the online space. And I got to do a better job at supporting businesses like Amato Painting that actually are getting the job done. So that's the point of this video, guys, is recognize businesses when they're doing things right. And I don't really plan on calling another painting company now because these guys have already just crushed it. And it's been less than 24 hours since they've actually showed up here at first thing at basically 8:30, or I should say 8 o'clock this morning. So again, Ryan and your team, keep up the great work. I don't know when I'm going to schedule this yet. I still haven't even looked at your quote yet, but I had to give you a shout out. So keep up the great work, guys. And this is how businesses succeed. Follow up, follow through, and stay committed to your business and your success. Later.